What's going on, dude?
Oh yeah, you're gonna take 80, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on 80 right now.
Beautiful Nebraska.
I'm glad he's here.
Out there. Oh, hope the heat works good.
I got a few things in the sliders.
Oh. Draft through there.
Dude, they're gonna be paying a good heating bill.
Oh yeah. Welcome to Nebraska. It's opening morning in Nebraska's muzzleloader. We had some crap weather come in yesterday driving in here. We left Friday night at about 7 o'clock, drove through the night. Got down here, when we got into Nebraska, it started snowing and blowing pretty hard. And we're hunting. With the way the weather was last night, we didn't have any time to drive around and scout. We're kind of thinking that if we can find some of this public around any of these egg fields, that we should have some deer moving in and out of them.
Alright, we found a bunch of good whitetails here on this piece of private. And we're gonna go in right now and see what the rancher would think about us coming out here and trying to hunt them.
The barkeep, he warned him, but the man did not comprehend.
There's that other nice one laying in the back.
Oh yeah.
How strangers round here disappear like straw in the wind.
We stopped by this farmer with this mega property around the area. He got shot down again, but he's got like 130 racks just piled up everywhere. Oh, we got shot down, so our last farewell to this herd here. Alright, new game plan. We got out this morning, we sat for a while. Travis saw, what'd you see? He saw a buck and a doe. right before light.
8 or 9 does feeding up a hillside. So I think we're gonna probably sit that same field where I saw everything go in tonight and see what's coming out on it.
Nothing like breakfast in a bag. The best breakfast we've had all week.
We just went for a little drive, and as we're driving, there's a doe, right, like feeding down a farm lane, a ranch lane, and Steve's like, "You want to take her?" I'm like, "Yeah." So we pull the truck up, we get out, we put a little stalk on her, and we get to about probably 70 yards, and she turns broadside. I shot. It felt good. I think there's another deer right here. How about that, buddy? She looked hit, and we started taking up the blood trail. It has bright blood, man. Yeah, it is. There she is, there she is. Dude, we gotta stop. We gotta stop, dude. This went on for like an hour, and I said to Steve, I was like, "You need to be in that river bottom tonight." So me and Steve walked back to the truck, and I took him to that river bottom. I went back, followed that blood trail for over a mile. I jumped her once, but there's still steady blood. So I'm gonna get back in there in the morning, and I can't imagine she's gonna make it through the night. But you gotta worry about coyotes a little bit at that point.
There was a lot of blood. So yeah, Travis drops me off on this piece of private we secured. All right. Travis just dropped me off here. I was gonna go sit and kind of watch the bottom. Climbed over the fence, walked into this egg field. About 4 o'clock, I look out, straight out in the field, and I see a deer come up out of the bottom. Comes up and I look, and he was a nice forkhorn. Watching for about 15 minutes, I ranged him. He was at like 185. A little far for me to touch with the muzzleloader, but he kind of started feeding towards me. I pulled up to shoot. Brought the muzzleloader up, rested it right on the bale, just steady as could be. Got the camera rolling. Right on the shoulder, squeeze the trigger, fully intend to watch this deer just drop. And my gun misfires. Dude, I can't believe that. I don't know what's going on. It was shooting fine before I left. I don't know what to do, what to say. I had that buck dead to rights, man. Leaning on the bales. And my gun misfires again. 2 nights in a row. It happened to Travis last night. Trying to follow up on a buck that he took a crack at.
Missed, you can say it.
A buck that he missed last night. That deer wasn't meant to be because I never hit the record button.
Alright, we let some powder. We burned some powder tonight. We had a miss on a pretty decent whitetail buck. At which point Steve handed me his muzzleloader and I couldn't get the scope cap to flip open. And the deer's watching this whole thing. And then that shot felt really good. The gun misfired. So we had a interesting little evening.
It was a bad night.
That deer also was, I was driving out to get Steve tonight. I drove past the place where we were hunting that buck last night. And he walked 20 yards in front of my truck. So for an all-time kick in the nuts, that's about what today felt like as a deer hunter here in Nebraska. Last day in Nebraska. I got a buck. He ain't big, but I think he's only got one antler. Oh, I am fired up right now. Oh, that was awesome. I'm so fired up right now. I'm going home from Nebraska with some Venny and a nice little rack to boot. I love it. Time to go check him out. My Nebraska pack is filled, and there's a little river bottom in front of me. I'm gonna walk it out for Steve, and hopefully he can punch his tag in the last morning too.
Bear with me, guys, it's cold. I'm pretty sure I just punched my Nebraska tag, folks. It's a doe, but I don't care, it's the last morning. Travis just shot a half-rack buck. I'm sitting in this river bottom and I watched these does feed off the neighbor's field. It came down. Came down, got to about 105 yards. She turned broadside and I took my time, put the crosshairs right on her shoulder. I shot and I watched her buck up as she dropped down into the creek bottom. I haven't seen her come up yet, so.
The barkeep, he warned him, but the man did not comprehend how strangers round here disappear like straw in the wind.
Whitetail. What's up, dude? Right back at where I was sitting here. Yeah, I got her up and out. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Word on the street is Steve got a doe. So we doubled up on our last morning in Nebraska. It's been a wild trip. Ups and downs, and we're gonna leave on an up. We're gonna leave on a high note. So that's awesome. I'm pumped. He had some troubles with his gun misfiring. I had some troubles with just missing. Shitty marksmanship, but we are we're going home with both our takes punched, so I'm excited. What's up, killer?
Dude, give me some, brother. Hell yeah, man. Unbelievable.
Last night we talked about how we, no matter what happened, tags or not, how fun a trip it was. Now we're coming home with 2 deer.
But a traveling man had enough and took a pipe to his chin. That traveling man disappeared like straw in the wind.
So cool. Courtesy warning from the South Dakota Highway Patrol.
What happened?
He's driving too fast. Let's get back to driving fast again.
7 over, I guess, in South Dakota is a little too fast. He's had some more memories to it.